It's heavy. Sure.
And lift weights.
First of all, while Community Housing Partners is receiving this award today, I want to make sure that everybody knows that you all share in this, because really everyone in this room has been our partner, not just for this year when we got the award, but for many, many years. HUD and Department of Energy and EPA, and a lot of the programs that we utilize are done actually through the state, the Department of Housing and Community Development. So we share in this award with you, and we do so very much in partnership. 35 years ago, a group of volunteers from Virginia Tech got together and wanted to make a change, wanted to do something to help low-income families living in the New River Valley. And they began weatherizing mobile homes in a very rural part of southwestern Virginia. Many of the residents were all very low income. A lot of them were elderly. We talk about mobile homes that were built before 1976 and what an eyesore it was. Well, this was 1975, so all the mobile homes have been built before 1976. And at that time, the technology was very different. We have done vast improvements in energy efficiency in a number of areas. But even though the techniques and the technology was pretty ancient in comparison to today, the effect and the impact that weatherization work had on residents' lives, on people's lives, was just hugely significant, particularly in terms of reducing their energy costs, which for most of these families was the most significant expense, was the highest expense that they had. And so over time, we have grown quite a bit, as Mark and Charlie and Steve mentioned. We currently operate, we work in 4 states. We own and manage over 5,000 rental apartments. We have built over 2,000 homes for first-time home buyers in Virginia. So we're a very different organization than we were when we got started 35 years ago. By the way, at that time, Charlie, there was even a different name than before. There was another name before Virginia Mountain Housing. It was called Project Home Repair.
Oh my goodness.
So we have kept a lot of stationary companies in business, changing business cards along the way, and logos and names, but some of the principles, really the guiding principles of those volunteers nearly 35 years ago are still the guiding principles for Community Housing Partners today. And our commitment to energy efficiency, we do this for a variety of reasons. First of all, we feel as a nonprofit organization that we have a responsibility to be stewards of the environment. And because we own and develop properties, it's critically important for us to be able to play that role as stewards of the environment. Secondly, we feel that being able to do that kind of energy efficiency work in all of our properties really helps to preserve those assets for the long run. It is, for those of you, really everybody in this room knows how difficult it is to develop affordable housing and what it takes. And so once you build it or you rehabilitate it, you want to make sure that you can preserve it for the long run. So those weatherization and energy efficiency efforts really helps to preserve and maintain that housing for the long run. And then thirdly, the benefits of that energy efficiency and weatherization work really accrue to the residents in our properties or the homeowners who purchase our homes. We have found, for example, in the weatherization work that we do, that after that weatherization work is completed, those residents pay up to 35% less in their utility bills than they were paying previously. And so for a lot of renters, and it was mentioned earlier by Mark that we serve families earning between 40 to 60% of area median income. The vast majority of those families are working families. They have 1, 2, sometimes 3 jobs, and they're still at a very significant disadvantage in terms of their income. So to be able to save a third of the cost on their energy bill is really a significant savings for them in the long run. So we're committed to really integrating those energy savings across the work that we do. We have our own architectural design division, and so from the get-go, when we look at a project, whether it's new construction or rehabilitation, we design that project to be as energy efficient as possible, to meet Earthcraft standards, and to utilize Energy Star appliances to make sure that those savings continue for the long run. And that continues through our construction work to make sure that the specifications are met. And then after the dedication, and we get everybody to come out, everybody's, the dedications obviously are big things. They're major events for us because they signify a point in the life of that property where it's really being renewed, for the long run. And then the really hard work begins because you've got to manage this property for the long run. Scott Riethel, our Vice President for Property Management, is here. I think in a lot of ways he's got the toughest job at Community Housing Partners. And so we're committed really from beginning to end in terms of those energy savings and commitment to energy efficiency. So I want to thank you very much again for this award, and we look forward to working with you on a continuing and ongoing basis and making Virginia a great place to live. Thank you.
Thank you.